Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive podcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to eat.
Hi, everybody. What's up? It is it's not midsummer yet, but we wanted to stop by and check in on everybody and see how you're doing. All three of us are doing a lot this summer so far, so we wanted to check in on you and see how you are doing. Welcome. It is Wednesday. It's that time. We're back.
And it's not just me and Amethyst tonight. Tonight we are joined by a first-timer on Inside the Drag Closet, the illusion that creates confusion, the beautiful and talented CATARINA COUTOUR.
Yeah.
Thank you all for having me.
You bet.
Absolutely. I just learned that this is her first time on the show.
Yes.
And that's a shock to me.
It's all new to me.
Oh, it's going to be super easy. Kat, why don't you tell them a little bit about you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Put me on the spot right away.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I started doing drag in 2011. So do the math. What is that?
14
years. 14 years. I've held some bar titles. But pretty much have kept it just a fun hobby to do on the weekends and as a little side hustle.
It is a side hustle.
So, yeah.
14 years.
Yeah, 14 years.
Wow.
Time flies.
It really does.
When you're not having fun doing drag.
Yeah.
Right?
That's crazy.
So far, Jess is watching. We've got a couple people. If anybody out there has any questions for us this evening, feel free to message them into the chat and we will get to them as soon as possible. For those who don't know, the camera is there, but the computer is there, and we're all kind of like, huh? What?
I love it. I love it. Thankfully, we have a nice little chalkboard that the camera is on top of, telling us to look here with an arrow pointing up.
Yep.
Look, you know, these glasses aren't going to be full for long. So,
nope.
Hi, Mindy. I love you. Hi, Lori. I love you. Hi, Jess. I love you.
I'm going to be looking all over the place because I'm like...
That is fine.
Oh, here. I'll put this here for you. That way you can see the comments and stuff as they come up.
There is a new feature on StreamYard, show comments on stage. Live comments from viewers will appear on screen during your stream. Ooh, well, that's exciting.
Yeah, see, yours gives more information than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says like who's watching, and that doesn't say.
Hi, Regina. Hi, Icy.
I'm not seeing it.
That's rude.
Hi, everybody.
That is really fucking rude. Can we talk about the fact that she was robbed? She was so robbed at the Tony Awards. Jennifer Simard from Death Becomes Her.
Oh,
they had all of the potential winners on screen, or all the nominees, and she literally was holding a little sign that said that was rude.
I saw clips of that because that's when Nicole won, right?
Yep.
Oh, that Nicole.
Yep.
So what do we have here on the table, kids? What are we eating tonight?
I made some pasta.
Ooh.
I got some new angel hair. I don't know how much I like it, but I'm not quite certain. It's good. It's just, I think I made it too early, and it's kind of been sitting here. Although the vodka sauce on it is good.
Vodka's always good with everything.
That's what I prepared.
And the cupcakes.
Oh, and the cupcakes. Yep, we're going to have cupcakes later. They are chocolate and cherry Coke.
Oh, they sound so good. But of course, I'm being, food friendly. Not food friendly because I'm doing keto. But I'm down almost 40 pounds. So
Good
I
for
brought.
you,
Thank
but
you.
keto.
I love it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
I had,
not
I had a
bad.
few friends that did keto, and it's
Yeah. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Just-
I lost 40 pounds
just
in
eat cardboard,
3.5
you
months.
know?
No, it's
Mhm.
not cardboard. I brought charcuterie. There's nuts and meat and berries, and
Keto's high protein, right?
it's low carb, high protein, high fat.
Okay.
So yeah. And I brought
Good deal.
cheesecake that my friend Lori made for me, which is completely keto as well, and the best cheesecake I've ever eaten in my life.
And I want to talk about the thing that's just barely on screen over here.
It's like a big pizza.
But Kat made
It's
fruit
a fruit
pizza.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah.
You go, girl.
You thought I bought that and brought it?
Absolutely. No.
Rude.
Absolutely. No, I didn't think.
Rude.
I'm
No, yeah, I
impressed.
made
think
it.
That's great. Good. Good. I'm gonna.
We just answered
You
Karen's
have to
question
try it.
about the cupcakes.
Oh, I'm going to. I promise. I promised her that I would try a piece of the fruit pizza, which means I'm not allowed to have the pasta. So, choices.
That's valid.
Choices.
I'm looking at the charcuterie board and I'm like, I want one of everything. But I have this
Curious,
pasta.
If you eat something that you shouldn't now that you're on keto, does it mess with you?
Not really, because
No.
I've been doing keto since February 1st. So my body is extremely has completely transitioned into ketosis. So if I have something like that, it doesn't throw me off now.
Okay.
When you first start it, you can't cheat for at least 2 months because otherwise it's just not doing anything for you. But
Gotcha.
Huh. Comment from Kendra May
So
Way.
good for
Happy
you.
Pride,
Thank you.
lovelies.
Thank you. Hi, Kendra. We will see you on Saturday. Right. Oh, I forgot where I was. I'm not home. Never mind. In York, Pennsylvania, Saturday, June 14th from 11 to 5 p.m. at the Memorial Hall at the York Expo Center in York, Pennsylvania. We are celebrating the annual York Pride Festival. Please come out and celebrate with us. Again, it is from 11 to 5. We have 16 different entertainers that day.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of everything for everybody. So, and some new surprises for you as well. We will also be announcing our New York Pride Ambassador 2025 winner in the second half of the day. So please make sure you come out 11 to 5 this Saturday to York Pride and celebrate with your family and your community. So yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
Oh, you put it up. Cool.
York Pride is always a lot of fun. Of course I put it up.
It really is. We start
Yeah.
talking about it in December and Christina messages me and I'm like, oh, it's too early for this conversation, but it takes a village. It takes an army to make these things work. So when you do go to a Pride, please thank your vendors, thank the volunteers, thank the people who do the work in making it successful and fun for everybody to enjoy.
Yes, I did it last year and it was a good time. And I'm shocked with the amount of vendors that were there.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It was great.
It's a big deal. Yeah. I
great.
forget they have 300 plus vendors. So
And it's indoors.
and it's air conditioned.
Pride
was.
indoors.
Yeah.
Let it rain, let the heat come down because it'll be very gay inside.
I had someone reach out to me and I want to know what the two of you think about it.
Sure.
I've been hearing a lot of people just like at Pride events, just make sure you know where the exits are because people are like, just be safe. Like
That's pretty much anywhere you go though nowadays.
Absolutely.
Always know where your exits are.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being aware
No.
of your surroundings. That doesn't, you can say that's a Pride thing, but that's an anywhere thing.
Yeah.
An airport, dark alleys, like
Yeah.
walking at night. Always be aware of your surroundings. That's just being self-aware.
I've said it numerous times. It stinks that you have to have that mindset, but
Yeah.
it's also good to have that mindset.
It's smart. It can
nowadays.
save your life.
Yeah.
Or somebody else's.
Anywhere you go, you got to know.
And with people getting so heated nowadays, it's just everything is so polarizing and it's
Very true.
awkward. Like, look at what's happening in LA right now. Like,
Seriously,
it's
Yeah.
terrorism. Like,
It's sad.
let's be blunt. It's just terrorism.
it's sad.
Um,
So yes, of course, when you go to the prides, of course, last weekend was World Pride, and I am impressed that I did not hear any news reports
yeah.
about anything happening. I mean, this was World Pride's a big deal. Every year they choose another large city, like they've had it in like Tokyo, they've had it in I don't know major cities across the world, and this year it was in Washington D.C.
Yes.
So there was I don't know
I think
30
it's the only
million.
second time it's been in the United States.
I think so.
Wow.
I think the first World Pride
they know
was,
better,
and then this one.
right?
Okay.
They probably did like
I could be
Barcelona
wrong,
and
but
Paris and
yeah.
like everywhere. But I was very surprised to not hear any news or about
Yeah.
anything happening.
wonderful.
Like it is wonderful. It is wonderful because I was very nervous about even trying to schedule anything to go. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. But the key thing is, even though you're nervous and you need to have the mindset where know where your exits are, be safe, but don't let that keep you from attending or doing anything.
Absolutely not.
You gotta be out there and
Absolutely
do
not.
it.
Yeah. That's one thing I've started telling myself, like, even though things are scary, I refuse to be afraid.
No,
Oh, absolutely not.
Like,
then they win.
No.
exactly.
I'll
I'm
I'll
not
hold
gonna-
your hand.
I'm not going to stop living my life just because a couple people are like, I don't agree with your life. Well, it's my life, not yours.
Right. Ask me how much I care about yours.
Right? Well, and we talked about this when Amy Vanity was on.
Yes.
Basically, like, she was getting bomb threats. And
Crazy.
like
Was
it's
that during the Lancaster? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's easy to say I wouldn't have been scared because I didn't receive the threat myself, but I'm like, you know what? There I'm not going to stop living my life just because people want to, flex, because there are so many keyboard jockeys right now who are just like, I'm going to make them all afraid.
Of course.
Well, we can see through that now. So.
Of course. Of course.
Trixie DeFlair is here.
Hi,
Hey,
Trixie.
kids. Hey. We got a good amount of people watching.
Mhm.
Nice.
Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Please do us all a favor and go ahead and click that share button right here in the corner. Share the love, share the live, get us out there. We want to take this time to thank all of our followers as well as our Patreon subscribers.
That would be Jess, Lori, Jeremy, Josh, Daniel, Robin, Vicky, Emily, Jake, and Chanel.
Mwah. Thank you for keeping the lights on.
Indeed, literally,
Keeping the
because
lights on.
StreamYard's more expensive now. So you're literally keeping the lights on. I'm going to keep them scrolling at the bottom of the screen too, because without them, this show ends. But
Absolutely.
keep sharing the love, sharing the live, everybody. Trixie's trying to come up with questions for tonight. Oh, dear Lord.
Oh boy.
Party.
Oh, that could be scary and dangerous.
Well, we did get, two questions from the wonderful Regina Holiday. First question is, how is everyone?
Good. Hanging in there.
Gorgeous, baby.
Ready to kick off summer.
Yes. Bring it.
I am so I'm ready for pool parties.
Oh, yes. And martinis.
Yep.
Oh.
And then Jade, how was New Jersey? New Jersey was work. It was work. Like, it was stressful this year, I'm not going to lie. But the product we put out, I was very proud of it. The fair was incredible. And I'm already signed on to do my show next year. So
Fabulous.
I'm
That's amazing.
getting my name out there and it's going to be fun.
Good. As you should.
Look up England's Leading Lady here on Facebook and you will find the Lady Viola.
What?
Yeah. I know. I have another drag name. How about that? And
There's two of you? No.
I know. One is enough. Jess would like to know, how is everyone's summer going? Kat, do you want to start?
Yeah.
How my summer's going?
Yeah.
It's going well. Can't complain. I can report though that I'm searching for a job, a new career, unfortunately. So that's how I'm kicking off my summer.
Yay.
A bit stressful,
with
but
free time.
yeah, lots of free time.
Free time, yes.
But I'm ready to see what's out there. So
Cool.
I'm very optimistic. But yeah, starting off the summer stress.
Okay. You heard it here first, kids. Hashtag get Kat a job.
Yes,
Mhm.
please.
Yes. What is your area of expertise? What is something you want to do, or like do you want to stay in the same field? Or
I don't know. Well, I've been with, if anybody doesn't know, but Rite Aid is pretty much gone. So, but I have been with them for 12 years. So that is what I know.
Mhm.
So the health insurance
Gotcha.
field. But I do have a degree in psychology. So I went to school for that.
that's awesome. I didn't
So
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I went to Shippensburg,
Nice.
Oh,
got my
cool.
degree.
I didn't know that.
I did, yes.
You
My
heard it here
bachelor's.
first.
Good
Kate's,
for you.
Kat's a psycho. Yeah.
Mm.
The accuracy of the
Oh my
statement.
God.
I'll just set my line.
And literally just the first thing, what's the 411 on Katarina? There you go.
There you go. Jade, what's up with your summer? Oh, you just said about,
Oh, the fair was fantastic. We went to Point Pleasant for our beach trip, which was lovely.
Where is that?
Jersey.
Okay.
Just literally straight out to Jersey. Cute little beach. We always go to a place called Martell's Tiki Bar, and we get Miami Vice.
What's that?
It's a
Thank you, Vicky. I just read your comment.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Dee.
It's basically it's almost like a banana daiquiri, but they put a test tube of rum in it.
Okay.
And so, long story short,
Ooh,
the reason it's
sounds
taking me forever to describe it is because I don't remember much after having two of them.
She's such a lightweight. That's okay.
To getting toasted.
That's right. Cheers. Cheers.
Congratulations, everybody.
Cheers to Pride Month, everybody.
Yes.
Indeed.
Cheers to being together. Cheers to, 5 years into this show.
Right? Solidarity.
5 years.
5 years. We started during COVID.
May
Wow.
May of 2020. I joined in October of 2020.
Yep.
Okay.
But we've kept the lights on.
We've kept the love alive.
That's great. That's
You
great.
like us. You really like us.
True. I do have to say something about liking what you do and liking the people you work with. The end of my show in New Jersey, I attribute to you every time, and I don't know if you knew that. Actually, I put it in the middle of my show now. I always have that moment where I'm like, just in case nobody's told you today, I love you.
Good.
And I can never get through it because I get choked up
You're like,
every single time.
Just in case you were wondering, never mind.
Basically, yeah. But it's
I
such a
figured
good thing.
It is a great thing.
It's a message people need to hear.
It's something that should be normalized. That's why I say it so often. Tell people that you love them today. You know what I mean? Let people know how you feel today. Don't hold anything back. Let people know that they matter and they're appreciated. So and it saves somebody's life just by smiling at them or asking about them, acknowledging them. So
How is your summer going so far?
oh my God, I hate it. No, so for me, Pride is always Pride in the kickoff of summer, even though summer is like what, June 22nd or something like that. The solstice, what have you. May 30th, we kicked off Gettysburg Pride. It rained, but it was absolutely fabulous. It was the 9th annual Gettysburg Pride. All the girls were there. The reigning Miss Gettysburg was there. Mandy Mango, Poison Alizé, all the girls were there. It was absolutely wonderful. We were very well received. Chad Allen Carr did a wonderful job organizing everything with Gettysburg Pride and the Gettysburg Community Theater. Next year is the 10-year anniversary, which lines up with the 250th celebration, I think, for Gettysburg. It's like a centennial or a bicentennial or whatever that's called. But they're going to connect the two and actually invite Gettysburg Pride to be a part of that celebration as well.
Nice.
So it's wonderful. Also, congratulations to Chad Allen Carr for being the Democratic nominee for mayor of Gettysburg. Of course, the primaries will be in November, but he is the Democratic candidate in Gettysburg for mayor of Gettysburg. So congratulations to you, my friend. But yeah, summer started off with Gettysburg Pride, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This weekend I did Delaware Pride and Old Ellicott City, Maryland's Pride. This weekend is York Pride. Pride, yay! But yeah, it's been great. It's been wonderful. Everything's fine. Send help.
We're all okay.
Hi, Yari. I love you.
Oh, Yari's here.
Hi, Tammy Ruby. I love you.
Woo. She's popping off the questions already.
Is she popping off?
Oh, yeah.
Pop off, girl.
What's been your favorite moment of Pride Month so far?
Yeah. Taking it off.
Yes. De-dragging.
Yeah, de-dragging.
Knowing it's halfway through.
Yes. It's such a wonderful time, but when you're in the community and you're a representative of the community, you kind of go, okay, this is work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hold on and push forward. Because you know that the work that we're doing means something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At all 3 prides, it rained all 3 prides. But it didn't stop, people from smiling and laughing and having a good time. It was just, well, we just play in the rain and we celebrate in the rain. And that's just, we made the absolute best of it. But it poured at Delaware Pride. It rained at Ellicott City Pride, Gettysburg Pride. So, but hey, rain on me, as Gaga says, right? So.
Well, and the thing with June being Pride Month, but there's so many prides that are outside of June.
So
Oh, yeah.
many.
So it's like, it's not just 1 month.
They're from
mean,
like April to October.
Yeah.
Philly has 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a pride and then like a street festival sort of thing, or Outfest or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of prides. There's like Outfests. There's, you know.
Yes. So all summer.
Mm-hmm. Work.
It's busy boots, baby. It's busy
Well, that's
boots.
good. That's very good.
What are you guys doing on Friday? Do you want to get together on Friday?
That's fine.
I think
What's Friday?
I think I have some time available on Friday.
I hope so.
Have you been to Karma lately?
Maybe
No, never heard of
might
it.
be available.
I haven't been there in a while. Maybe we all meet up at Karma.
Let's do it.
I heard there's a show that night.
I heard about it.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. The Royals return home. A Pride Anthem drag show with Alizela Diamond, Jade DeVere, CATARINA COUTOUR, Amethyst Diamond, Poison, our special guest Divinity CRUZZ, hosted by Icy Hottie. Pre-sale tickets are $15, or you could get tickets for $20 at the door. There are VIP seats available. You get a nice little meet and greet with the cast after the show. And yeah, we are back together again.
Show at 8.
It is at
Show
8.
at 8.
So it's 8 p.m. Remember when we used to have them at 10:30? Wasn't that
Yeah.
terrible?
It's awful.
8 p.m. Still time to get home and watch Jeopardy.
Nice. And they have been wonderful. Like, they've asked us to do some certain things, so there's going to be some fun surprises.
Yes.
But it is the cast from Divas Down Under. We are working on a new endeavor. We're not necessarily rebranding. We are just moving forward with something new and fun.
Yeah.
And
Making it fresh.
exactly, because fresh is what people think about when they think about us.
Yes. The best part about Pride season is when I wash my drag.
Oh, speaking of which, wait a
There you
minute.
go. Get her up there.
Girl, I wasn't ready.
Get her up
Oh,
there.
sorry.
Wash your drag.
Wash and drag. Sponsored by Tide. Thank you so much, Tide. You've been wonderful.
Tide, sponsor us, please.
Corporate funding. What's that?
I'm not familiar.
Not this year.
She doesn't even go there.
She doesn't go here. I love it.
5 more questions already. Keep them coming,
Keep
everybody.
it coming. Don't forget to share that live. If you're just tuning in, go ahead and share this video because people need to see our faces
Ooh.
while we eat salami.
Trixie's got a polarizing
Of
one.
course she does.
Do you think it is taking away from drag kings when queens start performing as kings?
No.
Not if there's an obvious separation between the two characters.
I agree.
Like when we did
Yeah.
Drag Kings on the show, that
Mhm.
character I would totally perform in.
Mhm.
I would totally perform as a drag king. But Amethyst and what was my drag name?
Orion.
Orion Stone. They would be 2 separate entities altogether. They would have similarities. They would complement each other, but they would be 2 completely separate entities.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Kat, would you
Yeah.
ever do boy drag?
Yeah, and I actually plan on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was set for our cosplay night
Right. Oh, I
that we
forgot
never
about
got
that.
to do.
Mhm.
So keep a lookout for another cosplay theme night coming up. But yeah, I do plan on.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. That cosplay show, I was so bummed because
I know.
we spent so much money on that show and the ticket sales just were not there.
Yeah, so please pre-buy your tickets.
We know it's awkward, but
We know you're struggling.
if venues don't see the ticket sales, they'll cancel
They
shows.
cancel the shows.
And it's
Especially ones that have food and have to staff accordingly. So we get it, but don't do it.
More questions. Aw, what is your earliest member of Pride? I think you mean memory of Pride.
Oh, well, the first member I had.
Uh-huh.
Picture it.
Cicely,
1922. Oh, the first memory of.
memory of Pride.
Oh, I think my first Pride was when it was at Hack
Oh wow.
off Cameron Street.
Mhm.
The Cameron Street by the Farm Show Complex. Used to be a PSECU bank right there. Is it Cameron
Yeah.
Street? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I went with my girlfriend. I went with my girlfriend. She was
Okay.
my actual girlfriend. We were supporting her lesbian friend. She didn't know she was supporting her gay boyfriend. But that would have been probably 98, 97, 98 was my first Pride. So
Wow.
just the fact that I went with my girlfriend is probably the best part of that story.
How about you, Kat?
I kind of have two first memories. One is when I was in Shippensburg in school. I went to my first drag show for Pride. They had a little Pride event at school. And my first drag show, Poison, was in the show.
I know her.
Shippensburg. So she actually had me come back for a show. So it was almost like a weird full circle
Well, that's
moment
cool.
for me. But as far as Pride, actually was Harrisburg's Pride down along the river on Front Street.
Loved when it was on Front Street.
I did. I did too. I really enjoyed it.
It was really special.
And there was a parade back then too on Front Street. So they closed down all of Front. Well, not all of Front Street, but a majority of it.
Good part of it, yeah.
So, yeah, I would. Those two things are like my first memory as a.
I missed when it was on the riverfront.
It
was so beautiful there.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
Harrisburg Pride is Saturday,
It's always
July
26th.
27th.
if I remember correctly,
Always the
it's
last
always
Saturday.
the last Saturday of July.
Yep, the 26th.
Yeah.
Because you and I have a brunch the next day.
Crap.
Because we didn't think it through.
Send help.
Right.
What's your first memory of Pride?
Ironically, I don't remember Pride before I was Miss Central PA Pride.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
When I won the title and found out, like, going to Pride that day, like, my first memory of Pride was being in the parade as the title holder.
Nice.
And getting into the cute little car I was in. We performed on Front Street. We did Shadows of the Night, the Rock of Ages version. It was
God.
Big Daddy, and Aurora
Oh
Sterling.
my God.
It was so fun. I miss Big Daddy.
I do too.
Wow.
But I have to say, my fondest memory of Pride was when we were at the Capitol and I was going from Pride over to what used to be Stallions and is now Karma. And I'm trying to go up the stairs and I am just struggling. I am exhausted. And the beautiful and talented Divinity CRUZZ sees me, puts her hand over her head because she didn't have a wig on, runs down, grabs my bag, and hauls my bag up the stairs. No pretense. I believe she was Miss Gay PA at the time.
Of course.
And, you know, I kind of want her to talk about that a little bit more. So everybody, let's welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, Divinity CRUZZ.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, love.
Hi.
How we doing at the circle table? You better.
I got
Look
charcuterie,
at
girl.
you.
That's okay. Listen, I got some cheese curls, cheese crunch, anything
Yes, babe.
cheesy. It's mine.
Hey, sis, you look cute tonight.
Wow.
Mhm.
Hey, just a little something for the children. Thank
She
you.
put her
Happy
hair up in a
Pride.
scrunchie.
What'd you say?
You put your hair up in a scrunchie. I love it.
Listen, it was a long day. I didn't have time to curl it, so I just did a little twist, and then we're here.
Fabulous. Oh my God.
It's so good to
I
see
love
you.
you.
How are we all?
Good.
Fantastic.
Good.
Can't wait to see you this weekend.
Missing
No,
you.
I'm
I'm
Yeah.
sorry
so
we didn't get to
excited.
see you tonight. Well, at the table.
At the table. I know. Once I plugged into the Google, I said, oh, this is really cute. We're just going to have to do a little home commute and we'll still hang out with the girls. We'll add a
Absolutely.
highlight on the cheek and the ear. That's right, Amethyst. Don't forget. And yeah, let's roll it in.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nice. What is your first memory of Pride?
My first memory of Pride, my mother surprised me and my aunt surprised me when I was 16 years old to go to New York City to see Rent on Broadway a week before it went off Broadway. And the same day that she did this, it was New York City Pride. And she had no clue. My aunt had no clue. And we were there. We went to the show. We walked around the city. I bought myself a belly ring because I thought I was that. And we go home and we take the train to come home. And it was filled with color. And as a young queer knowing, but not out, was very like, oh my gosh, oh my God. But my mom was so supportive. And there was this handsome individual sitting in the church, go sit next to him. And I was so nervous. And it was just really, it was just filled with so much. I just remember love and laughter. And it was such a great day because I was surprised to go see Rent. But then I was also around my family that I did, you know what I mean? It was just it was a full moment. So I always treasure that.
What a first memory.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
And the fact that you didn't know it was New York City Pride?
No, I didn't know it was New York City Pride. I didn't even know I was going to New York at all. It was my aunt, my mom. They put me in the car. We went to New Jersey. We went on the train. And I'm like, what are we doing? And she starts giving me crossword puzzles of the Rent characters and the songs from Rent. And then... That's fun. And I was like, well, this is cool. And then she ended up giving me a T-shirt that had my ticket imprinted on the shirt.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool.
And you said you were like 16?
16, yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like last year.
Right.
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
We have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Trixie wants to know, is that my caftan?
It absolutely is. This caftan is sponsored by the one and only Trixie DeFlair. She attended the caftan at the Woods and she left her ensemble here and I saw it and it spoke to me and it said pride and I'm wearing it with pride.
I can't stand you.
Yes.
It is so cute though.
Everybody, you will see Divinity this Friday. Joining us at the Royal Show at Karma. Again, showtime is 8 p.m. I'm assuming doors at 7.
I believe so, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Please come on out. We have a fantastic show. We are so ready to bring back the new, I guess, formerly Divas Down Under, now the Royal Show. And we are so happy that Divinity is going to be with us. Mm-hmm. And Icy's coming too, right? Yeah.
Yep. Icy will be here around 9:30 tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
We have all kinds of cameos.
Kudos to Icy Hottie. She was really what's the word I was looking for? Championing us about us getting the show there, and super grateful to her. She's going to be our MC for that show.
Yes.
She's helping put the show together backstage. Like we did the lineup earlier today. She's collecting music.
Well, kudos to you and Icy for really spearheading this whole finding Divas a home and getting us back out there.
Yes. I know Derek wants to get us another home eventually or back at Comedy Zone eventually, but you know, he needed some time and that's totally justifiable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you know, it takes a village, and this is what is so amazing about our community, and especially with queens, kings, and our beautiful binary friends all working together to just make sure that there's always a safe space. And you know, that show, Divas Down Under, it has always brought such a sense of safety and a home every time that I attended. Yeah. And, you know, that's to all of you guys. And now we get to create that amazing space in Harrisburg at Karma, which is phenomenal.
Exactly. Right. Speaking of keeping space, I have kept space for this fruit pizza.
Can we dig into it?
Yes.
I keep looking at it.
She made us a fruit pizza.
I know. I'm sorry, Divinity-ers are not here for.
No, honey, just cut me a slice. Does it refrigerate well? I will.
It does. It does.
We'll keep it here
Friday?
in my fridge.
Oh, I'll bring it.
I'm afraid to have a piece.
Why not? I mean, if there's an extra slice.
You have to.
I'm going to.
I'm going to migrate around this way so the audience doesn't see I'm not wearing pads.
So like at Gettysburg Pride, I had one slice of pizza and that turned into 8, which equals 1 pizza.
That is some math.
When you don't have carbs for as long as I did, I needed it.
She said a piece turned into 8.
I needed it. 1 piece turned into a whole pie, baby. 3.14.
It gets like that. It's sometimes you're in drag for, 10, 12, 13 hours.
You got to have something.
You got to have something to hold you up.
You got to have something.
Last year at York Pride,
oh, God.
They made us a cake.
Eddie made us a cake.
Sure did. Choco L'Amour made us an Inside the Drag Closet cake. and it was delightful.
And then they provided us with all those freeze-dried candies, like
Mhm.
freeze-dried like peach rings, where they're all fluffy and crunchy. Did you ever have those?
Mm-hmm.
I've actually never had freeze
Not the
dried.
freeze dried, no.
Oh, honey, it's
That's like
the
what the
worst, best
astronauts
thing.
eat, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Like they do Skittles and M&Ms, and they get fluffy and crunchy. It's weird, but delicious.
Okay.
I've only ever had like the
Don't do it.
dehydrated fruit.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like
She's not a
Wait,
fan.
did you say
I've
dehydrated?
got a name, damn it.
dehydrated. Yeah, it's like a weird gummy.
Like dried fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Dried fruit. I'm standing right here.
She's
you are
right
dried
here.
up fruit.
Big little prune, you. She's a prune. How was your day, gorgeous? How are things going your way?
Everything is doing well. It's fantastic. I was at the salon today. I was turning and burning, doing my thing, getting ready for this weekend. I get to spend Friday with you all, and I'm so excited for that. On Saturday, I will be at Garrett County Pride in Maryland. So I'm very excited for that. I get to be with my fabulous sister, Miranda Wrights.
Nice.
So we will be there during the day at the festival, and then we will also be doing an after party as well, which I'm super excited about. This past weekend, I was in Schuylkill County Pride, and I was emceeing and hosting alongside Morgan, and Aurora F. Sterling, which again was such a phenomenal time. That was my like 4th year performing at Schuylkill County Pride, and I just remember the first time going. I was Miss Pennsylvania, and it was just such a blast. It ended up raining. I feel like every time I go up there, it's raining up in the woods. But you know, you got a good old heel, honey. You won't go nowhere. But yeah, it's always a great time, and it's a blast. I just love meeting the people. I love connecting to people and creating that safe space for everyone. I also enjoy the free ginger ale. Yeah.
Pride events are their own reward, in a way.
They are.
What?
Just Pride events in general, they're their own reward because you get to see like the next generation just looking at you with such respect and admiration. It's refreshing.
And it's something so magical when there was a beautiful trans woman who was more younger, and you could tell that she was beaming. She was just glowing and beaming. And when you see someone in their element, that they feel so safe and they feel seen, you know, it's just beautiful to share that with them. It's amazing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That is definitely the best part of Pride, is seeing the people who are experiencing it for their very first time, or who are finally in the clothes they're comfortable in and wearing the makeup that they're comfortable in and being who they are in public, and how special that is to them, especially like when they come up to us and they acknowledge us and they thank us for all that we do, and we look at them and say, but we're here because of you.
Correct.
You know, it just blows their mind, like, and it's so wonderful. I think that is the best part of Pride, is just seeing that kind of growth.
Yeah.
So,
And sharing the kindness, because it's so impactful and it doesn't cost you a penny.
not a thing.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
I still don't understand performers who are just like, I want my space. Nobody talk to me. I should be held on this pedestal. I'm like, girl, if you want to be held on that pedestal, you have guaranteed that you don't deserve it. Like,
I mean, honey, at the end of the day, we're all the same. Like, you give me sour milk, you give them sour milk. We're both running to the bathroom at the same time. Like, let's be real.
And I feel like those are the type of people that are inexperienced. This is their one or first time or second time at a Pride. I was going to say earlier, when you're saying about looking out and seeing the people that are looking up to you, you realize that once you've done Prides many years in a row. Those first couple, you're not thinking that way.
Yeah.
As you grow older, the privilege of growing older is to see that.
Absolutely.
Amen. That's the truth. That is
so the ones that come in and want to hold their spot or
feel
some type of way, they're inexperienced.
If you're good at what you do, you won't be threatened by anybody.
No. And on the opposite end of that,
better,
seeing
Jade.
all the younger generation beaming at Pride, I also love seeing the older generation looking around and seeing the work that they put forth and the efforts and the results of them living their lives or finally coming to terms with who they are later in life and being so free just being in that atmosphere. So both ends of that spectrum are definitely beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have 7 questions saved up.
Oh, good.
Do we want to power through these?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Because I'm going to be chewing while y'all are talking.
Right.
Okay.
This is amazing.
You like?
This is so good. What is the cream on it?
It's just a cream cheese spread, but it's like a sweet cream cheese. So it's
Ooh.
powdered sugar, cream cheese, and a little bit of vanilla,
Baby,
and a sugar cookie crust.
you're going straight to hell.
Katarina, you better, girl. I can't wait to try a piece on Friday.
Right. All right. First question was for me, and it's kind of a funny one. Jade, where did you get your wig? It's so awesome. I bought it from a friend.
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Beetlejuice.
I actually had to wash it today before putting it on because the hairline was still dark green.
Yeah. Oh,
From
that's
October.
right. That's right. That wig was made by Zamber Sky.
No wonder it fits so well.
Exactly.
Her wigs are so good.
Zamber Sky.
Curtis Royer would like to know, what advice would you give to drag performers for working with Pride boards? Put yourself out there. If there's not a spot for you to perform, volunteer another way.
Network.
Like working with Pride boards, how? Like you want to join a Pride
That's
board?
true.
Because they're always looking for volunteers.
Mhm.
If you can assist in any way, sign up for Pride, be a volunteer. There's always something for you to do when it comes to planning a Pride or being on the committee or being on the advisory committee or events planning committee. There is something for you to do, I assure you. Like as far as working with them. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, no, I was going to say just make yourself present.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We never gain anything by staying quiet.
Right.
I just rattle out quotes now, and I don't remember where they're from.
What happens in our old age.
Indeed.
We're just full of useless shit.
I love this question because this is one thing I think about a lot. Do you think rules are there to be broken within reason? It depends on the circumstance.
Yeah,
I think they set boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
they do.
Some boundaries are important. Some
Not all boundaries apply to everything.
that.
But sometimes rules are made during a point in time that they made sense.
Yeah, and that might not
Right.
apply
Things
anymore.
have changed.
Things change.
So that rule may not apply anymore.
Things
So
adapt and
it
grow.
definitely it depends on the circumstance.
Yeah. Divinity, anything to add to that?
All the above.
She
No,
said
I do believe it is
all the
within
above.
reason and, you know, what entails.
Yeah, very true. I know there are a lot of people in the drag community who like to push those boundaries, and like I call them the militant queers. But people who like to push those boundaries, right now, that's something to do very, very selectively, because, you know, look at gestures broadly at United States. It's a weird place right now. So pick smart battles. The next question. Did any of you see John Wick 5? So happy it is out. I'm looking forward to it. I love the John Wick movies. Highly recommend the John Wick movies. I'll wait for Netflix to have the 5th and final movie. Nope.
Was it John Wick 5?
I'm sorry, I don't even know what John Wick is.
No.
Keanu Reeves. Which, I mean, is enough for most people.
I knew there was 3. Hell, I didn't even know there was 4.
I didn't know there was one.
There's another
Didn't even
Constantine.
watch any of them, but congratulations on the movie. Keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
Right,
going to be a
blessed
6
be.
and a 7.
Mm-hmm.
May the Lord open.
And may
Ooh.
Netflix allow it.
As it is spoke, so it is writ. What is one makeup product you can't live without?
One.
Makeup product.
Who wants that one first?
One.
One makeup product that I cannot live without. Mine would have to be, excuse me, I'm eating a cheese curl. Mine would have to be MAC Smolder pencil liner. Ooh. I have very sensitive eyes, and they can water from time to time with allergies and things of the such. That product has been a staple for me. And when it is applied, and even if my eyes get watered, I can rely on it to be there. But that's specifically just for me, just because it works for me, you know? But I feel like that would be the one. I'm looking at my whole makeup routine, and I can kind of find substitutes for certain things. Sure. Yeah. But when it comes to that one, I don't know. That one's it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like one.
I know.
I would maybe like a setting powder for me, because I feel like I apply that the most, and especially Pride summers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, powder just to not feel greasy anymore. So maybe powder, because that's like a run to.
It's a good answer.
That is a good answer.
I don't know. I'm such a creature of habit. Like I've used the same products for a while.
Yeah, same.
I mean, the most recent addition has been Juvia's Place, just with their arrival into the cosmetic scene. I've always been a fan of MAC. MAC has always been my product of choice, my brand of choice. But I use Morphe, and it's the James Charles palette. I'm sorry, it was the best palette ever put out. Deal with it.
It still is.
And I have two that I haven't opened yet that I'm not going to crack open for a while. It'd be like Chris. Oh yeah, I don't know.
What side note can I just say though? Trixie Cosmetics just came out with like a Teletubbies.
I saw.
I ordered, and
it eyeshadow?
She has like brushes and eyeshadow and like lip gloss, and I don't know, like packaging. I'm a big packaging person. I like when people put into their packaging and make it look cute. It's an experience, you know?
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Side note, I'm excited.
Katarina's a fan of the package. Good to know.
You.
For me, it's my lip liner. Yeah. Like I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, I love my lip liner. The lip bar just gets it. Getting tipped at my show at the fair, someone tipped me in some Mary Kay products.
Oh God.
And
how rude.
I tried the lip color. She sells Mary Kay and she wanted to chat. And I was like, that's really cool.
How rude.
But I'm wearing it tonight and I kind of like it, but it feels like it's coming off. And like it's not adhering right. So I don't know.
It doesn't look it though.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
From this angle, honey, you look fabulous.
I'm dainty and feminine and soft.
Come on, Mary Kay.
So yeah, we actually had a Mary Kay consultant reach out to us once to do a partnership on the show. And then she wanted to charge us for all the products we were going to use to advertise for her. And I was like, girl, what you want us to use is really expensive. Like, you're asking us for $60 for a little kit of stuff. And she's like, well, I can't give it away for free, so I'm giving you my discount. And I was like, we're going to go ahead and pass because they didn't have anything else we really needed.
I don't see Mary Kay getting into the drag scene.
No, they're not coming to dinner, honey. No. They ain't coming to sit at our table.
No.
Oh,
we just got a happy Pride from Scarlet Overkill.
Hi, Scarlet.
Oh, hi, Scarlet.
I've worked with Scarlet so often this year so far.
Right? Yeah.
Ever since the Lighting the Way to Pride with Crystal Envy.
Right.
Was at the end of March.
Yeah.
I mean, we've worked together like 4 times. I'm like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's been nice to see her and hang out with her.
She is flourishing right now. Like, girl, get it.
Miss you.
Yeah. She was like, why did I not get an invitation to dinner? Girl, come on over and eat some of this food. You know where my house is. Where were we? Oh, Trixie is killing me with these really good questions. What is one song you won't perform now because you've seen someone perform it and now you think you can't live up to it? Rude.
Anything Divinity has done?
Wow.
That same answer.
What is one? Oh.
I don't know if I have any.
I know now. Princess Prozac, Ain't Nobody.
Really?
She did that song down, hun. And can't nobody else do that song ever again, so just retire it.
And I do that a lot. And I like that song. I don't want to watch it now.
Baby.
Because I enjoy doing that.
Princess Prozac slayed the hell out of that last year. This year as well, but the first time I saw it was just a magical experience. She did Ain't Nobody.
Well, I
Jessie
remember
J.
seeing her at Nationals for
So
Miss
good.
Gay America.
I will
That's
never-
the first I ever saw her, and she was amazing. So I could only imagine.
It was great. It was great. That Divinity CRUZZ did a good job at Nationals too. But
Yeah. Divinity was at Nationals. I didn't realize.
no.
Where'd she place?
Who's
at least
Divinity?
She didn't. I know she didn't get first.
she got first.
Girl, we can put that away. Miss Divinity CRUZZ came in first alternate to Miss Gay America. Like, this girl right here is second in the country. Like, with minutia separating you from first.
You can
Like,
barely call that first alternate. Like, you tied.
Yeah.
Baby.
0.7.
Just a whisper, baby. just a
The
whisper.
hair. Just
a
split
whisper.
him. No, it's such
Just
a
a
blessing. That was
whisper.
so much fun doing that, going to nationals and representing. And yeah, you're right. You know, you see so much amazing talent and you're like, oh, I love that song, or oh, I didn't even think of that. And seeing Princess truly in her element and doing the Jessie J rendition of it. And then, you know, it was just a very clean, sharp, and simplistic as far as like staging. And so it was just her, the talent, and the song. And it was beautiful.
That's it.
Yeah.
I want to ask that question, like, what is a song you will not do because you saw someone else perform it really well? To a wonderful friend of ours who we are also going to be working with this weekend. How about we talk to Icy Hottie?
Hey, girl.
I'm going to move people around.
You're on the TV.
And we can't hear you.
You're
We
muted.
can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Hello.
Hi,
I
love.
painted very natural today.
Thank you.
Elegant. She.
I'm going to call it now the song that is going to be the next This Is Me, or the next And I'm Telling You, is For the Gays from Death Becomes Her.
Oh, definitely.
That's going to be the song we love for a minute, and then we're like, oh my God, who's doing it this time? Bev.
Yeah.
Bev doing it.
Oh, she's gonna nail it.
Oh, she will.
Yeah.
Hi, Icy. What's up? What's going on? How was your day?
It was good. I worked at my day job, played some beach volleyball. Now I'm eating some girl
got a job.
dinner.
How was the sun? I saw that you were tanning a little bit by the pool.
Oh, it was marvelous. I am burnt.
What else is it?
Believe it or not, it's gonna be so great. I have a nice little tan line from my phone falling
You know that's
asleep.
what I was referencing, right? It wasn't
What
like
SPF did we
shade or
use
anything.
today?
I put sunscreen on my face because, you know, moneymaker right here, but nowhere else.
You said I would have marinated a sensible 425, honey.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. I'll just contour the sunburn. It's fine.
Beautiful.
She must be in her 20s, not doing sunscreen.
Ugh.
She did apply to her face, though. She did apply to her face.
Okay.
Yeah. You go, Icy.
I mean, listen, Icy has to be hot somehow, right? Whether it's temperature-wise or not.
Yes.
The next question we have here, Icy, this is actually a really good one for you as someone who is newer to the scene. The next question is, how do newer entertainers break into the gigs without seeming overly eager or overly green? Asking for a friend.
So for me, starting out, just going, supporting the shows, I was fortunate enough where when I first started, I actually started through Dragarena like 3 years ago. So I was able to get seen by a lot of different people. And when I was still living in Pennsylvania, just going to local shows and supporting. Something I do not recommend doing is messaging the host of a show without actually going to the show and introducing yourself first. Or if you can't go and support, like share the flyer. It is free to click share.
Right.
Yeah. All really good answers, even ones I didn't think of.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know, like, newer performers, obviously they want to get their foot in the door, but there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it.
Correct. Correct. I think it's also important to to practice humility and to understand that you could be the most talented diva there is, but if you are not approachable and you are not nice to people, no one's going to want to work with you anyway.
He's down there spitting truth. Look at him.
Clench your pearls now.
Right.
Icy's getting hotty up in here.
Accurate. Anybody else thoughts for newer performers?
A lot of this can go for old performers. Betting the scene is for a while as well. So
yes,
because some of the young girls are doing the gigs, and it's like
they are.
Okay, well, what about the older girls that have been around in the
Why do you keep looking at the two of us when saying older girls? Damn it.
Well, calls them as I sees them.
Damn. Rude.
We prefer the term very well seasoned.
I am very well preserved. Thank you very much.
I'm not well done. I'm congratulations.
I'm pickled.
Oh, I mean,
that all just happened.
I digress.
I mean, for me, I agree. I would say put yourself out there, attend the shows, support the shows, treat people with respect, especially if you are looking even into getting in this industry, you really have, it's not what it's who and stepping forward and treating everyone with respect and making sure you're contributing to that safe space. I have been in dressing rooms with individuals that were not as warm. And it creates that atmosphere where I've been in a plethora of dressing rooms where it's abundantly warm. And it's so exciting to be around that energy. Just like this Friday at Karma in Harrisburg. Yes.
It's going to be such a fun dressing room, honestly.
I'm so excited for that show. It's going to be so blast.
Get your tickets now.
Right.
Get them. Support.
There's the poster.
Support local drag. Support all the drag.
Look at that fabulous Roy G. Biv.
8 p.m.
Right.
I love how that was done. Everything.
Mm-hmm. And there's going to be so much.
They're like a little rainbow going through.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So recently I got to do a show down in Maryland. And while I was backstage, we were gabbing and chatting. And I was just like, so what do you all think of Divinity? And they were all like, she gives us nothing to bitch about. And I was like, I can't get anything negative on you, girl. I am so honored to call you a friend because nobody has anything bad to say about you. Just thought you should know that.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Someone answer that.
It was answered.
Nice. You're another one that I never hear anything bad about.
Me?
Yeah.
Shocking.
It's because you stay out of shit, which is so
smart. I'm not.
You do.
I'm not about it.
About all that. Again, when I first started doing drag, I don't know who said it, but it stuck with me. When it becomes not fun, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
So I've always kept that in my mind. When it's not fun, why do it? So anything that makes it not fun, I want no parts of it.
Like
Okay.
there are parts that become work and they become stressful, but like
Well, right. I mean, that comes with any job, but in general, when it becomes a hassle and not fun anymore,
Mhm.
it's time to hang it up.
Exactly.
Especially
Or
with
even
drag.
just take a break and come back to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm gonna do later this year. Like I had a break while I was in Jersey, but it wasn't really a break because I was still doing drag. But I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm still figuring out who I am now. So like I think August, I'm like, no, taking August off, just relaxing a little bit.
And I
Mhm.
understand that because I mean, when we were doing the Diva show, that was monthly, and I was
Mhm.
like, I would like to do every other month,
Mhm.
switch it off with another cast,
Mhm.
because if I do it every month, I personally will not enjoy that. That's too much for me personally.
Mhm.
I need those little breaks.
Too much woman for you, babe.
Oh,
She's
wait.
too much woman for herself.
Yes.
God, you've heard it here first.
Yes.
Look
Right.
at
And
her
what's
woman.
what do they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
having a little bit of that separation from it, and then getting back into it, you're like, that's why I
Yeah.
love doing this so
And
much. The sparks comes.
the spark of creativity as well.
Yes. Yes.
If I'm monthly or doing shows every weekend, I'm just throwing whatever I can because I got a show. I have no time to think or what
Mhm.
can I do differently, or so I like that break. It makes my creativity juices start flowing, and
Mhm.
I
that's just
agree.
personally.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm the type of person that can find inspiration in literally the simplest of things when I'm not thinking about it. I usually have an idea pop in my head. Like, I made a country Shania mix, but every transition was part of something from the episode of SpongeBob where Sandy Cheeks wants to go home to Texas. And it just like, it is the dumbest things pop into my brain, but that's what makes it so fun for me.
It's I love, and this is probably the worst thing in the world to hear. I love Zen driving and just checking out and enjoying some music. Then every once in a while, I'll hear a song and go,
Oh,
wait a minute,
yep.
wait a minute. I'm going to do
Mhm.
something stupid with that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The Itch by Vitamin C with a big box of Vagisil. I will never forget that State Street.
Oh, State Street.
We need to do State Street again.
No, that deserved to die.
That was a mess.
That deserved to die a long time.
It did.
State Street was so busted in all the right ways. I
Mhm.
loved it. State Street was the only drag event where I would drink the entire night because it was the only way to get through.
Gosh, I'm not even.
She doesn't remember half of it.
She was
What
too
is
young.
State Street exactly?
Oh,
Oh boy.
How
it
much time?
was a pageant to crown the
Pageant.
sluttiest hoe in Harrisburg. It was disgusting. It was vulgar. It was upsetting. And it was just decadently silly.
In a way, it was a pageant to make fun of pageants.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Like Belladonna won because her talent number was using a shitting table. Yeah. She had fudge packets rigged in her dress that plopped out on a glass table. That's what we call a winner.
I just feel so inappropriate even talking about State Street.
Damn.
Like it's just.
You
Have you ever been to a State Street?
No, it should
pageant?
come as no surprise that I never ran for that title. Thank you.
Oh, I never ran either. But
I won it once.
I just feel very inappropriate even talking about it.
Right. It was gross. It was very gross.
Mhm.
That Trixie, Cleona and the table. Yep. Cleona DeFlair was underneath that table. Blech. Technically, how's dinner? Oh, look, chocolate cupcakes. And Vicky has another question here. What is
thank
your
God.
favorite cuisine?
Oh, thank you, Jesus, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky.
What is everyone's favorite cuisine?
Well, I have to think of a PG answer because I can't say dick. Too late.
Exactly.
Can't say Dick.
Don't say dick.
Probably crab wontons.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying general Italian.
Italian food
Oh.
for you. Yeah. I like Thai food. I think Thai food or sushi. Yeah.
Polynesian for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do they eat in Polynesia?
I am lots of delightful. Like, I like lighter stuff.
Do they
Like,
have biscuits?
Good question.
I love biscuits.
I will have to Google Hawaiian biscuits or Polynesian biscuits.
Is it a lot of like sea oriented, like
Some.
seafood?
Fish.
Oh, I'm always a seafood person. I've always been a seafood person. Don't think I didn't see you over there, ma'am.
Fish.
Fish.
What's happening?
She's calling herself fish.
Oh.
We don't use that phrase anymore. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Divinity, what's your favorite cuisine?
Well, I would have to say, I love the realm of Spanish food. It's being Puerto Rican, being raised by my grandmother. You know, she was always in the kitchen cooking. The smells, the coming home of family that we always get for it. So whenever I cook, my favorite thing to make is pastelitos. So they're like empanadas. And I love doing my filling and I love creating it. And then you just fold it up. In my family, we call them Puerto Rican Hot Pockets. Boop, you could just set it and forget it. But I don't know. I love all the flavors and everything.
So you're bringing them to the show on Friday then? Thank you.
I mean, I could make something happen. I could do something. Is there
No,
any
we won't
food
fit in our
allergies?
girdles.
Any food allergies?
Mine is all like red peppers, green peppers, yellow pepper, anything spicy. I can't have it. So make it for everybody else.
It's really not a spicy dish. It's very just savory.
Ooh, I'm in.
Yeah, it's savory. It's not, I can't do that much pico. I can't. Because then I start sweating too. And then the whole thing, I don't take heat like that. No.
No.
No, honey.
That actually leads to our next question, ironically. And Vicky would like to know any recommendations you can recommend for those of us who sweat more than others. When I wear makeup, it can be a big struggle. I don't even try in the summer. One trick I used to see people do, and I tried it myself, was using antiperspirant on your face.
Correct.
Or milk of magnesia.
I was just going to say, I've seen plenty of people do milk of magnesia.
Yep.
That I have not tried, but the speed stick.
Mm-hmm.
So I use something called, I'm going to be like a little YouTuber thing.
You better.
Face saver gel.
You better.
Ooh.
I use that and I mix it with primer and like she cannot sweat.
Interesting.
I love that. Back in the day, there used to be a product called Carpe.
Oh, okay.
It was like an orange, and it was very mattifying. Very, very mattifying. I mean, now I feel like with makeup and primers and things of that nature, we're really evolving and coming up with a lot. And also, too, in full transparency, another alternative is Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's in your realm and if you're able to, afford and kind of go that route, that's also another option as well, Botox. I've heard from a bird.
Amethyst is over there having thoughts about it.
I'm not opposed to it.
I have business cards. I can give recommendations.
I'm not opposed to the injections, hon.
Vicky says, thank you for the tips on that.
I'm at injection age. You know what I'm
Of course, honey.
Trixie has another question here, and this is one of those ones I was wondering when we would get this one. Do you think with the tariffs, people will start learning to do things for themselves?
We've been doing that since COVID, huh?
Yeah.
And yes.
I think people are going to get more creative because we're going to have to adapt or die.
Exactly.
I think the tariffs will kind of doing a circle back to when we were talking about like newer up and coming entertainers getting into the scenes. I think it's definitely going to separate the people who got into drag from seeing it from local people first and learning the tips of the trade versus people who see it on TV and think that they can do the same thing.
Baby.
Icy
Baby.
girl.
Baby.
Girl.
This one listens.
Baby.
Mhm.
That's all I got. Baby.
And in
Baby.
the on-stage question category, your contestant. Hello.
Hey, babe. Yeah, no, I think, you know, when COVID happened, a lot of people did the same thing, especially with drag. Like we were getting on, you know, lives performing in front of a camera, you know, just for Venmo tips. So, and, you know, during COVID is when I started doing drag full time for myself. I quit my career of 17 years to do this full time. And it was because of COVID. So I think those moments happen several times in our histories. Where we have the opportunity to reinvent ourselves, or the world says, well, we're going to go this way now, and you just have to deal with it. And we do. We adapt. We're human. That's what we do. It's what we've always done. Especially as a gay community, we are very used to adapting and being a chameleon and, you know, coloring a certain way to fit in or now to stand out. But yeah.
I think there's also so many more resources available today to learn things.
Definitely.
It is not hard to go on YouTube and look up a basic teasing video for hair. I mean, that's how I
learned
make hair.
so much from YouTube.
Beat its ass.
So much from YouTube.
Yep.
You'll have biceps after teasing a wig, believe me.
And shoulders.
Yes. Mhm.
Mhm.
Just make sure you wear long sleeves on the stage.
Exactly.
No, I absolutely think so. And what's really cool is like my sisters and you know, people who I have close to me, who's around me, who share their creativity around me. I really see them diving into making their patterns, making their dresses, their costumes, and really expanding it. You know, I'm very blessed to have the creativity and the art for hair and wigs. And then I see people like my sister Trixie or like my partner Morgan really going and creating these cool costumes. And I'm like, I can do this. I can do this too. And
Absolutely.
so I've even stepped into the realm of making my own dress and going and learning. I've had a sewing machine for like 8 years, and I'm just now turning her on, and we're going for the ride, you know. But yeah, I do think so too, and I think it's awesome. Everybody should dive into it. That's why we do what we do. It's an art.
That's the best thing you can do for yourself as an entertainer, especially like a drag entertainer, is being self-sufficient. The more you can do for yourself, the better off you're going to be. You're going to save money too.
Yep.
And we also just lost a huge resource with Joanne Fabrics going under.
Correct.
So
Getting rid of the gay stuff.
You can never have too many tools in your tool belt. You can keep on learning.
Yeah, that's so true, Amethyst. That's so true. I remember that's one of the first things you told me when we worked together for the first time. You're like, baby, the more you can do yourself, the better you'll be off.
Do it yourself. If you don't know how to tease a wig, pick an old one up and beat the hell out of it. Like, you're going to figure it out eventually.
Right.
You know, you're going to figure out how to do these things. Another vendor for the drag community is Callie Black. She makes jewelry. She made this jewelry. She just released her glam line of 3D printed drag jewelry. So definitely check it out. You can get absolutely any color, but the backing is all, it's all plastic. It's not metal, but the stone quality is still the same. So cheaper, lighter. It's fabulous. So
nice.
Yeah.
It's not this kind. It's
And resourceful too. Being
just print it out, hon, and you get a free 3D printed dragon with every order.
Ooh,
that's cool.
The first 50. Sorry.
But it's never too late to learn a new skill. That's the important thing. Especially, like, there are so many performers who get into drag who start off and they think they're perfect. Like, try a different face. Like, I always say, every year I change something on my face. I don't know what it was this year, but you know, things always change. I haven't changed anything yet. I gotta go change something. I'll be back.
I'm gonna start doing drag soon.
Ooh, treat yourself.
I know.
So we've got about 15 minutes left, and I think it would be fun to play a little game with
No.
everybody. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
So let me see. Where do I want to go with this? Icy, what is one thing you've always wanted to ask CATARINA COUTOUR?
Ooh, why is she giggling?
I feel like she already knows what I'm gonna say because I was just thinking, I'm like, she said I couldn't go any show working with her without talking about this, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Where do you get your breastplates?
Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Amazon.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Amazon. They're quality. I mean, they're not like top quality that I've seen others, but as far as the price of them, I think they're quality.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
To give people a backstory really quick, so when I started, I think it was the second time I was in Drag Arena and CATARINA was one of the judges. CATARINA read me to filth for having no kinds of boobs whatsoever. And I think I was like the first or second person to go. And then the person after me also didn't have boobs and she said something. And then by like the third or fourth person, she's like, well, I guess I missed the no tit memo, you know?
Note, I did have a breastplate on that night. And second off, there's let me just defend myself for a second. There's certainly a time and a place for body. There's different outfits, there's different, numbers that you're doing that when you don't have a body, it shows. When you don't,
Agree.
there's
Agree.
a time and place. And
Agree. And I listen because now I have them.
And it's better, is it not?
It is nice. It is nice.
Yeah.
It is nice.
It looks like a cohesive vision instead of
Yes.
I wanted to put this thing together, but I ran out of time.
Yes.
Like so often it looks like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot on, that famous television show about drag. The concentration is here. Beat faces, beautiful hair, nothing. It's like you stopped at the neck, baby. Like, I don't know.
And there are people who can, like, it goes with their aesthetic and it's very cohesive.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm just not that person, and that's okay.
I'm just not that person. I still don't care for it. You can do it.
Well then, Divinity, what's one thing you always wanted to ask Amethyst?
Oh no. She knows everything already.
I know. It's like, hold on. Didn't we have a whole 2-hour podcast where we were just two girls sitting at the
We
table
did.
talking?
We did.
Something I want to always ask Amethyst. I mean, I feel like Amethyst and I have a very hot relationship, honest, open, and transparent. And from the first time that I met her, she reminded me a lot of a beautiful mentor who entered in my life on how I started drag. And I was always connected to her energy that way. Something that I always wanted to ask Amethyst. Well,
This is a terrible game.
because you are who you are, and I know your heart, and we all go through life, and it throws us curveballs and things of that nature. What is one of your what was one of the things that you did that helped you get through a dark period in your life? What helped you persevere through? Whether it's like for myself, I kind of go and gravitate toward music. Music is my therapy. But I would say Like, you know my saying, when life hands you lemons, you got to make a meatloaf.
You make a meatloaf.
You make a meatloaf. You do the unthinkable. People are going to expect you to make limoncello and lemonade.
Exactly.
So, you know, it doesn't have, you don't have to be so specific about it. But what was one thing that you felt Amethyst did to help you pull you out of a moment, whether it was a mental state or...
Let's try to not make this a 40-minute answer. Okay, so
we've got 10 minutes left.
We have 10 minutes. Okay, so let's see here. Sadly and fortunately at the same time, I've had a lot of dark times in my life. Those times have always molded me into who I am today. So I look back at them now with grace and gratitude. How I got through those times was a lot of self-discovery, a lot of trial and error. But a lot of the people who I am with now and virtually were very big leaders and players into my success story. So I relied on my friends a lot, which I can say now because then it was a very hard thing for me to do, admitting my faults, admitting my own mistakes. But again, that was a lot of self-discovery, and I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason. So even in the heat of the moment, in those times where I didn't know or see the light at the end of the tunnel, I knew that that was where I was supposed to be, and that brought me comfort. But again, yeah, people that are here, all the people in my life, my fans, my family, my lover. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
that's fabulous.
I think that's it.
Thank you for sharing.
Always, I love to share those things. Like, there's nothing I would ever hide in my life because those are facets that make me my diamond. So, all those negative things that happen in our lives are supposed to happen. So instead of saying, "Oh, why is this happening to me?" just say, "It is happening to me, and where is this taking me?" So it's just a matter of proportion and perspective, I should say.
I'm a very firm believer that everything happens for a reason.
It all happens for a reason.
Same.
So wish I heard that a few months ago. Anyway, hey, Kat.
But it's said now. It's said now. Yeah.
Exactly. Kat, what's one thing you always wanted to ask Divinity?
Why are you so pretty, girl?
My favorite game.
What inspired you and your singing? And I know I've heard stories before that you grew up singing in church. Is that where it all started? Or like what really gave you the inspiration to keep going and pursuing? And if nobody has ever heard Divinity, where have you been? But she has a beautiful voice.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I was raised in the church by my grandmother. She raised me for 12 years of my life, and we were at church 3 times a week. I was a very hyper child, so I was always playing with the tambourine, and with the church, it was like 2 verses of a Bible and broke out into a song. So I was always surrounded by music. They would bring me on the bongos. I would play on the bongos, and they just gave me the microphone and I would sing. I carried on singing as a child. I went on and I did it through middle school, getting the leads in the musicals. And then I found my love and passion for cheerleading, and then I cheered. I did stop singing for a period when my mother passed away. And I just couldn't find that love and passion again for singing. And it wasn't until my father passed away in 2018 that I was like, life is short. Like, you got to keep going. And then I found that avenue through that period in my life through music. And I ended up competing for a local bar title called Miss Rumors. And I was very blessed to compete in that. And I was encouraged by my local sisters to do it. And I was like, what's my talent? And my sister Trixie's like, you can sing. That's what you're going to do. And I was like, I haven't done that ever, like in front of no one with a wig. What? And I met some amazing people that night. One of them, at the time, he was a promoter. His name is Jeremy, and they encouraged me to compete for Northeast Pennsylvania America. And that's how I started my journey with the Miss Gay America system. And that is really where I started that of singing live in drag. I did a little bit in my younger years when I was an entertainer at Diamonds in Bethlehem, Stonewall in Allentown. I mean, Divinity, she's 16 years old. She's going to be 17 years old. So, you know, I started, and it always was a little happy birthday. And then that was it. Cause I was like, nope, I'm nervous. I can't do the rest. But, yeah, that inspired me. Life is too short. I have a voice. I'm blessed with it. And whenever I perform, I always want to empower people to feel a feeling. In my younger years, I blocked my emotion off. And as I stepped into my young adulthood, I'm very blessed to have my aunt, who is like my mom, who encouraged me, break down those walls, baby, because vulnerability is beautiful. And so when I sing, I see that it opens up the hearts to other people. And that's, again, one of my biggest gifts that I could give. So when people leave a show and I sing and they're moved by it, it's very touching. So I know I'm doing the right thing.
Aw,
Yes, you are.
I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Amethyst,
Yes.
what's one thing you always wanted to ask Icy?
Oh,
I see. So from now, well, go back to when you first started doing drag
okay.
to now. Who has been your biggest influence in your drag?
Oh,
What inspires you the most?
okay. I need to figure out how to answer this question in like not longer than 4 minutes. So before I did drag, I was in a time in my life where there wasn't much hope for like moving forward. You couldn't really like see the light at the end of the tunnel. You were kind of in the pit of darkness. But I had friends in the community, and this was around the time that Drag Arena was debuting. And they told me that I should sign up for it. And I said, you know, I don't really know. And I was going on a cruise like a month before that. And it was the inaugural NurseCon cruise. It was a cruise ship with just all nurses, because I'm a leukemia nurse by day. And one of the events on the cruise was a lip sync competition on the pool deck. And how it was like a circle pool deck. There was water like around the deck, and then you had everybody singing. There's probably like 500-600 people on that shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign up for this. I think I was like 5 drinks in. I was going to have a great time. And if I won this, then I would sign up for Drag Arena. And I lip synced Only Girl in the World. And right before I started going on, it started like drizzling and the wind was blowing. So like it was kicking up the water from the ocean and the pool and stuff. And obviously I won. But I feel like I can perform for 10 people. I can perform for 100. It doesn't matter where I'm at. Whenever I do drag, it kind of brings me back to that feeling of nothing else in the world matters for those 5 minutes. And a lot of my drag comes from me. Like I stone my own stuff. I make some of my wigs. I customize things as much as I can because I want it to come from the heart. And if people know me, they know like a lot of the stuff I do mixes. I'm not a stunt queen. I'm not a dancer. I'm very campy, but I just have so much fun with it. And it's just such a healing thing because you can do things in drag that you can't do out of drag. And that's a very healing aspect for a person.
I love that.
She said, my inspiration is me.
I inspire myself.
And that's a good inspiration to have.
Inspiration starts with I.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot of people who have helped me get to the level that I am today. And there's still so much more to go because there's no limit to how high you can go. You can always improve something. But I just have fun with it. It's so fun for me.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do now?
I was gonna say I always get out of that situation with that question, and I'm kind of like, does anybody have a question for me?
Well, yeah, we always have questions.
I have a question for you, Jade.
Yeah.
When can I have that hair?
Listen, I pay good money to my sister for this hair.
She did.
And it glows in the dark.
It does. It's UV reactive.
Yep. This is the second time I've worn this hair. This hair, the last time I wore it, this was my last number at Divas Down Under.
I wore that at my step down from SK Maryland, and that was it.
Yep. And I was like, yes, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Love that.
We have reached 10 o'clock, everybody. So
Bye.
it is time for us to get going, but we want to leave you with some words of wisdom, starting with Amethyst Diamond.
Why me? Why do I always got to go first?
Because you set the bar for everybody else.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you all tonight. Thank you so much. Good luck in your drag careers or whatever it is that you do. No, but really, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight and joining us as we kick off summer and kick off Pride Month. Please continue to take care of each other, check in on each other, support local drag and local businesses and local artists. Find a Pride and come see us. Come say hi, come say hello, give a girl $1, give a girl a wave. But most importantly, stay healthy and happy, and be aware of your surroundings and wash your hands and your drag. And we will see you, Jade and I will see you probably in September when we return for season 6 of Inside the Drag Closet. Thank you all for being with us tonight. I love you so much. Thank you to my sisters. Let's have a ball on Friday. I know we will. And I love you so much. And we'll see you on the road.
Yep. Divinity, anything to add to that?
Don't be a quitter, add more glitter, honey. You know,
That's
Amethyst said it all. I'm so excited for Pride and all the events that are lined up. Treat each other with love and kindness. And yeah, come say hi, come to an event, use your voice. And just stay authentically yourself because you are beautiful just the way you are, honey.
Yeah. Icy, anything else?
Whether it's drag or just anything in life, if you're unsure about something or you're trying to improve at something else, keep your eyes and ears open and keep your mouth closed.
She said a lot right there.
Wow. We're very attacked.
Yeah. Katarina?
Friday.
Friday, get your tickets.
Get your ticket.
Get your damn tickets.
Showtime, 8 p.m.
I'm ordering mine right now.
Seriously, though, we're bringing the show to Karma. Make sure you just come out and see all these fabulous sisters of mine. And we have special guest Divinity with us. It's going to be a fabulous time. Of course, Icy will be there as well as our MC. It's just going to be a great time. And we're so excited to bring this show to Karma.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But we can't do it without all of you. So
Yes.
Exactly. If without the audience, we are just a bunch of people dressing up in pretty outfits for ourselves.
performing
And
for
we
our
want to dress up
friends.
for you.
They don't want to see this. They're tired of it.
They're sick of us. Please help us. Everybody, thank you all for coming this evening. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for
having
calling
me.
in. This has been so much fun, Kat. I can't believe this was, and Icy, this is both of your first time on the show.
No, Icy's
Yeah.
been on. No, Icy's been on the show.
I
You
know.
haven't been on the show. I could have sworn I interviewed you.
She doesn't know where she is.
I don't know where
Season
I'm at.
6.
Season 6.
Season 6.
But everybody out there, Pride season is here. Take care of each other. Something I haven't said for a while, but I want to start bringing it back. It is up to you to be the beauty you would like to see in the world. And with that, good night, everyone. Oh God, I have to press more buttons.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.